This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
What else? Hey, I saw a Subway item here this morning.
Schmubway.
Let me. Subway. Did you see the new Subway item they're testing?
Oh, the nachos.
Footlong nachos, Doritos. There it is. Take a look at that.
It popped up in the app the other day.
Take a look at that hot mess.
Yeah.
It's just Doritos with, I guess, an exposed with some sub ingredients.
Yeah.
And some melty cheese on it. It looks. I have to say, it looks underwhelming. But maybe I'm just. You always see the advertised picture, and then you see the real picture. Footlongs used to simply be the size of the sandwich. Now Subway's been using that unit of measurement to feed guests with its new Sidekicks menu. Footlong pretzels, churros, girthy cookies, and now a twist on a familiar snack with a famous chip brand on board: Doritos Footlong Nachos. Because we never have enough Dorito on anything.
Chew, you fat bastards.
Subway and Doritos teaming up for a limited time run of Doritos Footlong Nachos. They begin with the bed of nacho cheese Doritos, which is smothered with Subway cheddar cheese sauce, Monterey cheddar cheese, top with jalapenos, diced tomatoes, red onions, complete with zesty chipotle sauce. Variations of Doritos Footlong Nachos will be topped here for those Subway veggies and cheese. Or add on rotisserie-style chicken or steak. In a statement, Paul Faber, Senior Vice President of Subway, said, their partnership takes everything our fans love for quality veggies, proteins. No, work on the sub a little bit more.
Right.
Starting April 3rd. What's today? Oh, it's already happening. It's happening. The three variations of nachos retail for suggested price of $5. The price may vary per location, may be higher when ordered for delivery. Well, at the Manhattan location, they were $7. A veggie version was $6. Smashed avocado tacked on another $1.50. Nachos found on the snack sides and dessert sub menu.
Hey, P.S. I just tried the code. I think it was either 699 FTL or either FTL 699. And I was still able to get a $6.99 footlong.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just go ahead and give that a try in the app. It was either FTL $6.99 or $6.99 FTL.
Doritos Footlong Nachos, 171 grams and 550 calories, 39 total grams of fat, 11 grams saturated, 1 gram trans, 45 milligrams cholesterol, 980 milligrams of sodium. Why would you want to know that when you've got wonderful Doritos sitting in front of you? Why would you ruin the moment? Why was I talking? I'm not sure why I even talked there. That was horrible. Forget you heard that. That makes no sense. So there it is. Yay! Where are you at on that one? That looks. It's a Subway without bread, basically, in Doritos. Lighter? Would that be a little lighter snack? Wouldn't it? There it is with steak. Actually, it looks not bad with steak. But Doritos clearly the tie that binds.
I don't want my nachos with Doritos.
Just all footlong things. Just footlong things. Don't ask. Just make it a footlong. Something comes out of the end of the machine. All right. I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether this is the beginning of a new dawn for Subway or the desperate attempts to throw Doritos on everything. I can't decide.
Sometimes I feel like they're just grasping at any idea they can.
I mean,
I don't know how they're doing. I mean, there's more Subway.
Somebody will sue because it'll be 10 inches. So some jerkwad's going to sue Subway. They should make it a foot. You know what they should have did? They messed up. They should have made it the 1 foot, 1 inch equalizer or what am I thinking of to make it a funny name? something over the top to keep so you can't sue the company because it wasn't a foot.
Don't we have
Trust the foot? I would say trust the foot, and then add an inch, and then put trust the foot on top of the carton. Believe in the foot, and then I put a picture of a foot, and then the item.
Well, I don't even know what you're saying. There are more Subways than McDonald's in the United States.
I know. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I know. That's crazy. Wait, if you make something with
There's
Doritos.
more Subways than Starbucks. It's the number one. There's more, out of everybody.
Right. Well, I do like the fact that they're sticking with their theme. I mean, that's smart. I mean, I don't know, using Doritos kind of a lazy way out, but I would be honored if Doritos would say yes to something that you were trying to showcase, So that's that. How about it? Who's going to try that one?
No.
Do we got any takers?
No.
Foot-long Doritos.
Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny, there's not a 12-inch sub. It's the size of your foot.
It's just the size of a foot. Someone's foot.
Whose foot?
Just a foot.
See, in Wisconsin, it ought to be Giannis's foot because he's got like a size 14.
Just a foot.
They should have said they should have picked one person from each state and named it after a famous foot, and then it would have been like 6 inches over a foot because Giannis's foot is like 4 feet. What size boot does Giannis wear? That's a large foot. The Giannis supersize.
16.
16. How many inches is that?
Heel to toe is 12.5 inches.
All right.
So.
All right.
There you go.
How about a hot dog foot long covered in Doritos? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you people.
Schmubway. Avery told me that their Jersey Mike's was slaughtering
Oh, really?
the Schmubway in Craig. Yeah. That the port.
Well, I think that's a price point. Either way, I'm just saying. But hey, more credit to you. Isn't Jersey Mike's a little more expensive than Schmubway?
Yeah.
Yeah. More of a handmade exotic sub.
Exotic.
Well, not exotic. Maybe like a.
Wow, rosemary.
Maybe like a.
Look out.
Maybe they a designer sub. You know what I'm saying? It's more of an upscale. I think they try to make it prettier at Jersey Mike.
I don't know.
I don't think anybody does. If I with all the financials and the things and the tariff and all the who the hell knows what's going to happen in a month, 6 months. Now would be a great time. And I assume Subway doesn't get their bread from China. Now would be a great time.
China. To
turn that into a tariff buster, and go, look, we're going to go back to $5 until, it's like schooner tuna for some of you old schoolers out there. But
they should do, and Subway, take this one for free. Subway.
Executive regional manager pulled over going, there's never a piece of paper when I need it.
They should do the poor bitch sandwich. And it's like...
The po bitch.
Right.
You gotta say po.
Po bitch.
Po bitch.
And it is a $5 foot long, and it is like a couple pieces of bologna.
Yep.
Slapped on.
Make it about 7 inches.
Because remember, it's the size of a foot, not a foot long.
You got to bring your own wrapper. They just push it across the counter.
You have to bring your own Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
You don't get any napkins with it.
The po bitch. Come
right.
on down. Schmubway for limited time on for the po bitch. Till the bologna runs out.
No cheese on the po bitch. You can get Miracle Whip or mayo. Right. I guess they only got mayo. You ain't get no Miracle Whip up in there. But yeah,
I will tell you. I will tell you. Be careful when you go to Subway and you order that double decker. What was that thing called?
Oh, when you can get the extra meat.
Oh my God, I couldn't even finish it.
It's too much.
It's like
too much.
Dinner for 4.
It's redonk. I have ordered the double meat, double with the turkey.
You do not need the double meat.
No, I ended up giving half of the meat to Chewy. Rest in pepperoni.
But you are guaranteed the meat on the double, I will tell you that. It was impressive.
I'll show you some meat.
It was impressive.
I pointed to my groin, by the way.
I saw it. I'm very familiar with pointing to my groin. It's a natural reaction. I'm a man. I point to sky, car, balls.
Po bitch.
Po bitch.
Yeah, you get a piece of government cheese.
The Po bitch. That'd be a good name for a concert. We should do a concert called Po bitch.
Dude, and it's $5 at the door.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
For charity, get some bands in.
How ironic. I'm at Johnny's mom's house right now, and I just gave that po bitch my foot long for $5.
That's, that is like poetry, man. It's like Shakespeare.
Oh, no.
Did Shakespeare ever use bitch in his poetry?
I don't think so.
Oh, my gosh. Well done, sir. Thank you for that.
I would
expect nothing, as a lovely sonnet as that. I would expect nothing less, sir. All right. Good morning.
How about you take your shoe off and hand it to them, and whatever you can cram in your shoe. That's what you get.
Okay, so the bigger fellas would really score on that promotion.
So everybody show up and those shoes.
All right, so how are you not going to sicken the other customers when I get a whiff of that sock?
You're marketing geniuses.
No, I love where your head's at. But see, you know what it reminds me of? Yes, you do. And the beat. Listen, remember the old 7-Eleven where you could bring a sled in and put a Slurpee up in there?
Right.
And so the shoe is kind of like based on the 7-Eleven.
Right.
They just shove lettuce.
People were showing up with garbage cans.
Yes.
Fill that thing up.
Right. That's a pretty good idea.
Think about it.
Okay, thanks. I've thought it, and honestly, we've already forgot it. I think that fill your own shoe or the famous person footlong equivalent to a Giannis footlong.
Fill your own shoe dance.
Like 30 people standing there in their socks. It's like I walk in. It's like, what's that musty smell? It smells like a sock. Oh.
So dumb.
That's pretty good.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Bitch Tits, Tim Lambesis, the dude from As I Lay Dying. I think he's the only person left in the band. Now, you might remember we had issues with him because he was like not nice to his wife. While his first wife, he tried to hire a hitman to kill her, and he ended up in prison for that. And then his second wife, he was being physical towards and whatever. Well, that wasn't enough for the internet to hate him. Then he kicked a dog on video. Yeah. So then we got real mad. And an online petition to have As I Lay Dying frontman Tim Lambesis investigated for alleged animal cruelty is nearing its goal of achieving 70,000 signatures. Organized by Care2 on the petition site, the petition refers to leaked video that surfaced in January 2025. Shows the vocalist mistreating his dog in an attempt to get it to go outside. 30-second video showed two separate instances of Lambesis physically getting upset with the dog. The petition brings up Lambesis' past that included serving a prison sentence for that hitman job. Also request that the California authorities mandate mental health counseling for the singer. None of this is going to happen. So we are very close to 70,000 signatures. Nothing happens, though. It's just an ask. It's not like it's, you know what I'm saying?
It's to make us feel better about the dog getting kicked.
Right.
And, yeah.
So he's been on a redemption arc since his early release from prison. He sought a degree in social work, became certified as an addiction treatment counselor, and attempted to make amends with his former bandmates. The band regrouped in 2018, but over time, the guitarist Phil bowed out of the band reunion with new members filling out the band. And then in 2024, signs of trouble started to surface.
Ugh.
As one by one, the current lineup of As I Lay Dying started announcing their exits from the band. Each of the announcements became increasingly alarming, with comments about concerning patterns of behavior. And then there was like other things where they were like, I cannot compromise my ethics. It was like a lot of them had similarly worded exit speeches, you know. Over Thanksgiving week, leaked videos surfaced that showed Lambesis in heated, intense verbal confrontations with his wife, Dani. Despite the appearance that Lambesis was the aggressor in the situation, the singer soon issued a statement in which he alleged that it was actually her that had been the source of a domestic disturbance investigation, that he had allegedly been subjected to a pattern of verbal and mental abuse from his wife over a 3-year period. He also claimed he had served her with divorce papers and filed a restraining order, and that the videos leaked were part of a retaliation against him. In mid-January 2025, he granted his first interview since the band members split and leaked video surfaced. He addressed his current issues with Dani, his own mental health, and shared that he held no ill will against his bandmates leaving. Shortly after the interview, well, the leaked footage of him mistreating his dog surfaced. For her part, she denied having any involvement in the leaked videos. She also requested that those leaking the videos stop doing so. She also levied her own accusations of abuse, infidelity, and narcissism against the singer. Initially, As I Lay Dying were booked for a pair of 2025 festivals, but
not a dog-friendly show.
They have since dropped out of both. Lambesis has shared his desire to continue with the band with a new lineup, but nobody wants to work with him.
It could have been worse. He could have threw the dog off the roof like a chair. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. This guy.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, he's a big yuck.
How does he still have all his teeth? You think somebody would have just, at some point, a bat would have been swung?
Dude, I think
somewhere.
What is needed is a bat to be swung. This guy needs his ass kicked.
Wow.
Without a doubt. He needs his ass kicked.
No. Well, somebody's going to end up paralyzed or in the hospital or turn up missing. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Right.
These things always end about as well as you expect.
Right. I mean, it looks
hopeless until he gets his ass kicked, unless a dog bites his face off. Who knows?
Like, the next person that marries him, I'm like, oh, okay. See you on Dateline.
You know, down in West Virginia, we say he needs to have himself a hunting accident. That's what he needs.
West Virginia justice.
Country road, take me home to the place I shut that asshole in the face. West Virginia.
So,
solving our problems.
It's the true reason I'm moving to West Virginia.
Oh, you're taking me to the train station, dude.
West Virginia, where you just shoot your problems in the face.
I dare West Virginia to put that on a bumper sticker. We shoot our problems right in the face. Boom. Boom. No, then go boom. Oh, that's crazy. What a weenie head.
Yeah, not a fan.
Boy, he's just to get a reaction, and he's angry and alone and deservedly so, I guess.
Yeah.
What a weirdo. Well, it should be self-correcting. Unfortunately, there's probably going to be some casualties along the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those people too where, and maybe this makes me an asshole, but what doesn't? The next person, the next woman that hooks up with him, I'm kind of like, well, you know what you're signing up for.
Oh yeah, I see
you know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Yep. Here, sign here. We have.
I can fix them.
Yeah, with a gun. You got our bumper sticker. We fixed her. Here, sign here because you know what you're getting into, and put this bumper sticker in your car. So crazy, man. If you ever hit my dog or cat, or wife,
Right.
I suppose there would be some dire consequences, but as there should be. I would think. But he's got some fame, and he gets away with it.
Right. And I think part of it is he's always been able to skate with these apologies. And he's like, if I do, I'm going to get the drug counselor certification. I'm going to do these things that make it look like I'm a nice person. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm making an effort. And, then it's going to be harder to believe that I'm an asshole.
Maybe the dog thing will put it over the top.
That's what it was.
People don't. That's where the line gets drawn.
Right.
For most people.
Because people will argue that.
For a greater amount of people.
Right. Because people will argue, well, the video of the Danny and him fighting. Well, we don't see the beginning of the video. What if she instigated it? And, they didn't start recording until this point, blah, 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 blah. But the dog never did nothing to deserve that. So that's, as crazy as it is, that's where we are. So, whatever. Anyway.
I mean, I'd say something to somebody that was just not walking their dog right if they looked like they were dragging and pissed off and impatient and obviously not a good pet owner.
Yeah.
But, those are frustrating, though, because the dog's getting it at home.
Right. So, oddly enough.
All the things in my life are beaten into submission.
Right. Yeah, I know. Do you know how you're supposed to approach those situations according to...
Does this guy think he is Ike Turner? Come on, man. Oh, too soon?
Barrel. No, I don't think so.
That's a good preview of what life's going to be like with Ike Turner over here.
West Virginia, we shoot our problems in the face.
Was that from, what am I quoting? I don't even know. Is that from Hall Pass?
I have no idea.
Oh, no, that's from Wedding Crashers. That's, he did that with, what's his name? Not Piven. What was his name? Why am I forgetting his name? He was in,
oh, no.
He's in The Hangover. Why am I forgetting his name? It's a little preview of the future with Ike Turner. Milton Bradley. No, Bradley, General Bradley. No.
General Mills.
General Mills Bradley. General Mills Bradley. That's what it was. All right, I got it.
Hold on, I can't get to my... There we go. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
well,
yeah.
There's that.
He's a real douche.
There's that.
Him and Billy McFarland should...
Oh, my God. Yeah.
The dream team.
And Kanye. The triple... Let's leave him there, and eventually, I think they'd all eat each other or something. I don't know.
That's pretty terrible.
Means one of them lives, and I don't like that either.
Right.
I don't want a winner.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Australian oral care brand, His Smile. High Smile? High Smile.
Got to be High Smile.
Gotta be.
Kind of a cute name, actually.
Has teamed up with KFC to launch a limited edition fried chicken toothpaste and toothbrush.
Yeah.
Inspired by KFC's iconic, or if it's this show, iconic, 11 herbs and spices. The toothpaste promises the unmistakable flavor of the brand's finger-licking good original recipe chicken right on your toothbrush. Described as a full-on flavor takeover, the novelty paste doesn't just aim to shock your taste buds. It also features a fluoride-free formula designed to deliver long-lasting oral health benefits and a superior clean.
Got to be the grit from the 11 herbs and spices that really break down the plaque. That I didn't like that. The sound of that. What'd you just say a minute ago?
Well, I said a lot of words.
You just said two words that I didn't like the sound of. Novelty paste. That's not appetizing to me.
I did.
It sounds like
I didn't say those
something
words.
You use on model. You just said novelty paste.
Not
appetizing. Something about paste.
Novelty paste doesn't just aim to shock taste buds. It features a fluoride-free formula. Long-lasting oral health, dude.
He should have called it the Colonel's secret sauce.
No, then it tastes like semen. Gross.
No, but, you can have some fun with it. Pass the secret sauce. It's white. It's...
No. Do you know what the 11 herbs and spices are?
I feel like we've went over this before. Pepper.
Well, yeah.
Garlic salt.
Well, salt.
Those are the only two guesses I had.
Okay, well, 3 are kept secret. I'm assuming one of them is garlic. And I would think one is onion powder.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then we're down to one mystery one. Salt, thyme, basil, oregano, celery salt, black pepper, dried mustard, paprika.
Paprika.
And then
I have a slogan.
Garlic powder. I'm the 3 secret. Garlic powder, onion powder, and then one mystery.
Okay, what if we called it we're doing a pretty good job.
Oh, this one says ginger powder.
Renaming food items today.
Oh, no, this one says MSG. I bet you, yeah. Because of the umami flavor. Yep. Son of a bitch. MSG, ginger powder, garlic powder, ground white pepper, celery salt, thyme, basil, oregano, ground black pepper, smoked and sweet paprika, mustard powder, salt. That was a recreation. Interesting. What were you saying now?
Well, they had remember they had the fire log that smelled like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken. No, you could call it the Colonel's secret sauce by his hand. It had like a Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Like in a connotation. Anyways. No, I don't want that. That's not, this is like for people that hate mint. Who are you?
Well, like when you go and you get your teeth cleaned,
yes.
and they're like, "What flavor do you want for your polish?" And sometimes I'll feel wild, and I'll be like, "Ooh, give me a watermelon."
Oh yeah,
grape, or like that's wild for me. I would never be like, "Give me the 11 herbs and spices."
Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, I could see like a basil or an oregano giving you like a clean feeling, like especially the basil. I could see that making you feel like clean in there. In your mouthers, or cilantro.
No, I just assume that those flavored toothpaste don't catch on, or you'd see them everywhere. I assume people just don't like the whole image of chicken in a toothpaste. I'm just saying, but it's funny when it comes. Yeah. If this is real, I don't know if it's real.
It's real.
Yeah,
it's real. I went to order some.
All right,
just to verify. I mean, I'm not going to order it. I'm not spending my money on that. I have to spend it on other things.
Toothpaste got expensive too. Like a 2-pack of I'm a Crest guy because I like the flavor. It looks fun, tastes fun. It's like $8 for 2 tubes. What happened to toothpaste?
Yeah, a friend of mine. We were grocery shopping and she went to get toothpaste and it was $8 a tube.
Yeah,
and I was like,
some high-end sensitive gum crap.
I was like, no, look, this is $1.29.
Yeah,
a tube, and it's got baking soda and whatever, so it'll still whiten your goddamn teeth. It just doesn't look as cool.
Right. It doesn't have
save you $6.50.
Doesn't have like the foaming action or whatever the hell they try to say.
Well, that's the one she wanted was like purple, and it had like whatever crystals in it, and I was like, no, you get the white baking soda toothpaste that tastes like balls, but it makes your teeth brighter. Here,
yeah.
Welcome to being poor.
I think we used to brush with baking soda.
Yeah, totally.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah,
being tortured with baking soda. That's why I killed my parents. I literally killed them. But
nobody cares.
No.
Parsley.
What do you think I had to move to Wisconsin for? I had to get out of Ohio.
Yeah. Parsley is a palate cleanser. Yeah, totally. Coconut oil and brush with baking soda and cool mint Listerine.
Get the new Colonel's Secret Sauce by his hand, made with love.
Under his eye.
Under his eye.
No, dude.
I think the new Handmaid's Tale is about to come out. I think it's the last season.
I gave up on that too.
Yeah, I know.
I got tired of her looking around everywhere.
I looked at Chris. I said, "Where the hell did that end up? Are they in? Did they all move to Canada and they got socialized medicine? What's going on? I have no idea. Are they making maple syrup? I have no idea what the hell. No clue where that left off.
I kind of have to start it all over.
Yep, which I don't want to do. I mean, I liked it. It was fun, but yeah, I'm not reinvesting time in that thing. It's too depressing to watch over. Not going to go there.
Okay, then.
Special
scissoring through the news and cutting out the crap. I'm Biatch.
Secret toothpaste.
Super secret.
So microplastics are everywhere. They're in the Arctic ice.
They're in your fluids.
Human placenta, beer. They're in your boob milk. Believe it or not. So a company called Clarify Clinics, not Crafty Clinics. That's like something you get at Hobby Lobby. That's something different.
What is that?
Crafty Clinic. No.
Where you go to get the super glue off your fingers.
Clarify Clinics is offering a service. This is, I got to tell you, I got to give them credit.
No, dude, no. Can I guess?
Yes.
Are they offering a service that supposedly removes the microplastics from you?
Correct.
No.
The treatment involves drawing blood. They actually do it in the parking lot in front of the Hobby Lobby out here at the West Town Mall. It's unbelievable. Line out the door. The treatment involves drawing blood, filtering the plasma through a proprietary system that claims to trap microplastics. It's like something, what's her name, would come up with that? Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, the Theros lady.
Crazy bitch. She missed it by that much. To trap microplastics and other toxins. And then you open the door to the van, shake out the plastics, put the filter back in, throw the blood back in you.
It's got a cheesecloth in there. Dude.
The whole process takes 2 hours and starts at how much?
Oh, my God.
A fool.
$2,500.
A fool and his money are what, biatch? Dearly departed.
I'm gonna say it starts at $2,500.
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to go up? $5,750.
No.
Are you looking for music?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
Good morning. Nice breast, by the way.
That's the wrong one, dude.
Not the right one. Good morning. Nice breast, by the way. Anyway.
5,000.
No, dude.
Higher?
No. People don't get rich charging you $2,500 for something you didn't even know you needed. Come on, man. Get cray. Get cray for me.
$20,000.
Okay, well, don't get that cray.
Oh, my God. $9,000.
$12,500.
Nah.
Takes 2 hours. And you get a little sticker that says, I gave plastic. The clinic's founder, Yael Cohen, not Yael, just Yael, says many of their patients report better sleep, more energy, sharper focus. Of course, some are dealing with chronic fatigue because of the long plastic. We had long COVID, now we have long plastic.
Long plastic.
I just actually made that up. That's not even a thing.
Long boy.
Others are just curious or worried about their long-term health, and a world where plastic pollution is unacceptable or inescapable and unacceptable. I think I just made up a new word. I'm not sure. Despite the buzz around microplastic detox, the science remains unsettled. Microplastic been detected in human arteries, testicles, and other places. Seriously, take a look. There's a big chunk bulging out. You can actually feel it. One 2024 study linked their presence in arteries to a higher risk of heart disease, but it didn't establish a direct causal link. Many experts, including WHO and Roger Daltrey, agree we still don't understand how or if these particles actually affect human health. But this treatment taps into the growing wellness trend, hyper-personalized, high-dollar biohacking. That sounds normal. For people trying to stay a step ahead in aging, pollution, and disease, from stem cells infusions in the Bahamas, which is the first place I think of when I go to a hut to get stem cell infusions, to total plasma exchange. Even Cohen acknowledges more research is needed to improve the microplastic detox, but you can get it now for $12,500. For many of our clients, test results showing fewer plastic particles after treatment. Still, there's a key problem. Measuring the amount of microplastics anywhere is notoriously difficult. Even in highly controlled labs, contamination is hard to avoid. The particles are tiny. Oh, what are they, floating? Cling to everything and float in the air. There you go. I should have just kept reading.
Yeah.
In the end, detoxing your blood of microplastics might offer some peace of mind. Just know that when you're dropping almost 13 grand, there's no scientific certainty it's actually doing anything. So the scare people, find a problem, scare people, profit. Mm-hmm. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
If you think there's a microplastic problem, which science seems to say and agree on that there is. Floating in the air, that's a new one. I didn't know that.
Well, we know there's microplastics. Do we know what they're doing to us?
And will we evolve to the point where we just filter it? I mean,
the human body's amazing.
It is amazing. I don't know if it's made amazing enough to deal with plastic. We'll see. We'll see if we, after 1,000 years, maybe you can avoid it and you just adapt to it.
You know what I read about it the other day?
I should eat something plastic and see what happens to me. Like a red Solo cup. Just see what happens. And then you can get a clipboard and take notes. Give me that cup.
No, that's my cup.
Well, I'm going to eat it.
It's not plastic, first of all.
Can I lick it?
This is a nice tumbler.
I'm going to lick the lid.
No, bro. Now I'm defensive of all my things. This is my area.
He's like licking everything.
God.
He was licking my Mazda this morning. It was really weird. I rolled in. He was licking my Mazda. So you're either like two camps on this. You're either like, okay, we'll adapt, which we always seem to do.
Right.
Or we're effed. Which side are you on?
Well, I'm Team Meteor, as always.
Well, that's a given.
But we'll adapt.
I feel like somebody will come up with a pill next, or there will be shock therapy or a light therapy or something for the microplastics. I feel like there's a whole untapped field for dealing with the scare. Like communism, the great scare of microplastics.
Right. Well, I mean,
remember communism? That was not a fun time to be alive.
I also read that in the
80s, I was 28 years old and still practicing getting under a desk.
Well, that was so you can further your radio career.
Oh, I hadn't considered that. Oh, crap. I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
I do.
That's how you got overnights.
I had a blank to get where I am today. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
Sad.
I'll give you that one.
I was reading about the Y chromosome disappearing. Have you read about this?
No.
The Y chromosome responsible for creating the male sex is on its way out, but something appears to be taking its place. What could a future free of men look like? Ladies, calm down. We could soon find out. According to recent research, the Y chromosome, the crucial factor that determines if someone is male, is starting to fail. The Y chromosome is already heavily degenerated and could eventually disappear completely, but what will happen once it's gone? Will we have a new sex, or would the male species just suddenly cease to exist?
You'd have a... Let me hear the rest of it.
We spoke to Jenny Graves, a renowned Australian geneticist and leading expert on the Y chromosome, to give us the lowdown on what's happening. Why could the Y chromosome be on the way out? First, we need to refresh our memory on sex chromosomes. In humans, as well as in some other mammals, females have two X chromosomes. Males, on the other hand, have a single X and a Y. These pairs of chromosomes only make up roughly 4% of a human's total DNA to determine their sex. Chromosomes come in pairs, but the sex pair is unusual for its difference in males and females. While females have two X's, which is a very large chromosomes, men have an X and a Y. In comparison to the X and the Y, the Y is tiny. There are only 45 genes on the Y chromosome, and it is just one of these that makes you a male. A few others help make sperm, but for others, we don't know why they are how they are. We just can't really get rid of them. That's compared between 900 and 1400 in the X. Originally, the Y chromosome was similar to the X and had over 900 genes. Now, just 45 are left. Because the sex chromosomes evolved from completely normal chromosomes that were identical, having nothing to do with sex, a lot of what is left is essentially useless. With its somewhat funky history, it might not come as a surprise that the Y chromosome is starting to crumble. But it's not just a human problem. The same thing is happening to other animals. Fruit flies, for example, have already lost almost all of their Y chromosomes.
Whoa.
The reason for this loss seems to be twofold. One is that the Y chromosome, by definition, is always in a testicle, never an ovary. Yeah. It turns out that the testicle is a dangerous place to be, partly because there's a lot of mutation going on.
Hot tubs and tight jeans.
For making sperm, fruit flies love hot tubs. For making sperm, I can see them in their little tiny hot tubs, their little martinis.
Exactly.
For making sperm, a lot of cell divisions are needed, and each cell division is a chance for mutation. This can have quite an effect on the chromosome. It also is just not very good at fixing itself up because there is only one in the cell. Most chromosomes can repair damage from mutations by swapping DNA with the opposite chromosome. This is a process known as recombination. However, because the Y chromosome is inherited alone, it has no swappable partner, unlike the female's double X chromosome setup. So what does that mean for the future of the male species? Compared to its original state, the human Y chromosome has now lost roughly 97% of its ancestral genes. The X chromosome, on the other hand, remains relatively untouched. With such rapid degeneration, what does this mean for the male species? Are we on the verge of the world with no human males? Oh, no. When I say rapidly, I'm talking in the evolutionary sense. Sex chromosomes evolved in mammals roughly 180 million years ago.
Yeah.
It has taken that long for the Y chromosome to erode to this level.
Wow.
It's funny that people get so upset about the loss of the Y chromosome. My rough calculations are that we've got another 6 or 7 million years until the chromosome is completely gone.
Don't sweat it.
Unless the billionaires of this world finally manage to crack immortality, it is highly unlikely any of us will be around to even see the beginnings of the Y chromosome breaking down. But what could it look like in theory? There are some animals that are able to produce offspring from unfertilized eggs through a process known as parthenogenesis.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but that's not possible for humans.
Finds a way.
We have a number of genes that have to come through sperm in order to be active. These are known as genomically imprinted genes. We do need men and we do need sperm. However, there is an alternative. Graves said as she chugged a glass of semen.
It's getting harder to find than eggs. The gallon of semen is getting harder to find than a carton of eggs. So good luck.
We could simply evolve a new sex-determining gene. That's what we've already seen happen in some types of rodents, and it seems to have worked successfully. 2 separate species of rats, mole voles in Eastern Europe, and spiny rats in Japan now completely lack a Y chromosome.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I have enough information I could go over and work at Cologuard over here.
Yeah.
I feel like I could just look at poop and tell you what's in it. I feel like I have enough information.
They moved all important Y chromosome genes to other chromosomes. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. So, yeah, we ain't got to worry about it. But, we used to have tails, as we evolved, and hair and weird shaped heads.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, sure. Why? You'd have to be an idiot to not think we're going to, whatever.
Evolve.
Go into the next thing. I don't know what that is. Maybe we're going to look like the little aliens that we find in Roswell. Who knows?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
clearly,
thought that was super interesting, though.
If you think the aliens that we find were here 1 billion years before we were, depending on what Bible you read, what Nike tennis shoes you wear on your way up to heaven. So the aliens were here at the beginning. 3 billion years have went by.
Okay.
And we're just finding out what we're going to eventually look like. Who knows? Maybe they started out on the same timeline we did. And are just reaching us.
Yeah.
And that's the conclusion of chromosome.
Whoa.
Little short dudes. Little short, slimy dudes with long, bony fingers.
They're slimy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like aliens.
You think aliens are slimy?
Well, the Sigourney Weaver version is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, wow. Of course. Thank you for your dissertation on alien and Y chromosomes. I certainly agree with the slimy teeth that will rip me to shreds eventually.
I was trying to get through today without learning anything.
Yeah, it's so much information. I've already forgotten everything you just said. It's so much. It's like me. How do you think I barely got through school? Oh, my. I just tuned out all of that. That was so weird.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just at UW taking some weird class on ecology, biology, and evolution. That was
pretty nuts, isn't it?
Really crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, totally.
I love it.
I know. I was like, that's crazy.
I love it.
I'm surprised I was able to actually slip that in somewhere.
So what are we made in the image of if you go down that line of thinking? How is that possible? Are we going
that the Y chromosome has deteriorated?
When we get to the mothership, we're going to have no Y chromosome? We're going to be a blob.
No, it's not.
We're going to be a semen blob. And that's going to be it. And that's going to be it. Imagine it. Just imagine it. Oh.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.